And we're back on Friday. It's a full body workout day. We hit our chest, our back, and our legs. And in the recent weeks, maybe the last 2 weeks or so, I've really kind of revamped my workout on Friday. I've added a few exercises like the bench press here. I used to just do incline, but now I add a bench press. And what I do on Friday is I lower the weights quite a bit. So I aim for like the 5 to 6 rep range in earlier in the week. And by the time I get here, I want to just kind of get another workout in and kind of get ready for the rest on the weekend. So what I'm really aiming here is a lot more controlled, a lot higher rep range, maybe somewhere in the 10 to 12 rep, 8 to 12 rep range. So I lower the weights here on the bench and I really crank out the reps. And they feel good. I really like that. Just being able to do less weight and control the motion. It also is a little bit less intense, so it allows me to kind of get through it a little bit easier without wrecking my body completely. So for chest, we do some flat bench press, and then we go do some incline bench press. So on Fridays, I'm not too super concerned about the weights and the reps. I do keep track, but the exercises are changing, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to get as many reps as I can in order to maximize the time and attention and kind of hit all the different muscle groups. So chest definitely goes by pretty quick. I like to start off with chest, and then I go to do some back exercises. Here we're just doing some rows. I think the row here is actually a little bit too heavy, so I'm only gonna hit like 5 or 6 reps. So I'm probably gonna drop this weight a little bit next week and try to really get up there to that 8 to 10 to 12 rep range. And but otherwise it felt pretty good. And then I also do some pull-ups. This was relatively recent. I used to just do rows and incline. I added the bench and the pull-ups at the end. So here I just do no weight. I just go through the range of motion and try to get as many reps as I can. I think I'm up to 5 here. I think I got a little bit more than I usually do this exercise. Up to 8. I'm at 9, maybe 10, I think. Yeah, 10. That's pretty good. That's more than I was doing the week before, I think. So after doing rows, that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. And what I'm most happy with though this week is honestly how I felt during my deadlifts. I just felt like the form on my deadlifts and how I feel afterwards has really turned a corner this week. Like previously when I did deadlifts, I feel like something was hurting the wrong way, and I just feel completely wrecked afterwards. But this week I feel a lot better. I don't feel nearly as exhausted or tired or sore. And the weight went up too. So seeing that and kind of seeing that that feeling afterwards, and definitely happy to see that, and I'm hoping to carry that improvement going forward as best I can. But after we do the deadlifts, I also added these recently, so just squats. Man, here I'm going for high reps, like a lot higher than I am ever used to doing on squats. I usually only do like 5 to 6 because they're so exhausting. Like anytime I do more, honestly, at this point, it's more of a mental barrier than a physical one, because I've only ever done like 5 to 6, maybe 7 reps. So going past that, I think I'm gonna hit 15 on this one. So going past that really takes a lot of focus and a lot of just a lot of mental energy to keep telling yourself to go back down for another one, because by the time I want to quit, I can probably crank out another like 3 or 4, like physically. Like mentally I'll be like, oh, I'm already at 10, this is way more than I usually do, I want to stop. But what I'm trying to do here is just try to lower the weight and really get up in reps into that higher rep range to increase that time under tension. And in the last set of these, I'll go all the way down until the safety bar catches it. Just because I want to go all the way to failure. And it honestly, I mean, it feels daunting before you do it, but you get one set in, right? And then you're like, well, you only got 2 left. You do another one, and then all of a sudden you're on the last one. You just crank out as many reps as you can. So these felt pretty good. I hate doing them, but they feel fantastic after they're done, so I know they're good for me. So I'm going to try and force myself to keep doing these. I don't know how long my motivation is going to last on this one, honestly, because it's just so different than what I used to do, but I really like how I feel afterwards. So I'm going to try and keep it up. Hopefully we get a good few weeks out of it. But we're going to finish off with some dead hangs to work on our forearms and our grip a little bit. So that's going to be another exercise that really focuses on mental strength. So a lot of exercises that I do, I like using weights because I like doing a certain number of reps rather than a certain duration of exercise. So trying to hang for about 30 seconds on each of these gets pretty tough towards the end as your arms start feeling the pain. See my dad working out in the corner there as well, just getting a quick workout in. So I go from a pull-up grip to a chin-up grip, and the first 2 aren't that hard. They're not that difficult. By the time you get to like number 3, number 4, and the 5th one, that's when you really start feeling it. But the good news is I've definitely felt a lot of progress on these since I first started them a few weeks ago. I used to not be able to get through these 5, and now I'm able to pretty comfortably. So I did try going up in difficulty on these, but they were quite tough, and I only did about 3 out of 5 of them. So I want to keep working on this for a little bit longer and just try to make it a little bit more difficult. Here, right, we're doing the pull-up grip, but we're doing it at the elevated position, so it's a little bit difficult because you definitely start feeling it in your forearms by now. But when you're up at this elevated position, you want to kind of activate your back and really kind of put your whole body into it, just to try to hold that position as long as you can. And the last one is going to be a chin-up grip at the elevated position. So we're just going to hold. And if you see, I'm also trying not to use my thumbs, so that makes it a little bit more difficult with the grip without the thumbs wrapping around. But here, same thing. I mean, you're feeling it now. I mean, your elbows are feeling it, your forearms feeling it, your arms, shoulders, back, everywhere's feeling it, and you just got to push through. Really not that fun, but it goes by pretty quick. I mean, 30 seconds, right? Think about how you spend 30 seconds, and it's gonna be way longer than any 30 seconds you ever felt, but it's just 30 seconds. From there, I'm gonna just do the towel hang, right? So we're gonna one hand off the towel, one hand on the bar. This is gonna help us work on our single arm hangs, which I should let you know, I've actually been able to do a single arm hang, which is something I couldn't do a few weeks ago. So all this is coming together. And I honestly don't know when I went from being able to do a one arm hang after not being able to, but it just goes to show again that the work you put in will pay off if you're honest with yourself. So just keep going day by day, do as much as you can, and you'll see those results. Believe in that. I personally, this week, I've seen a lot of my lifts go up, so I'm really happy to see that progress, and I hope to maintain that going forward. But at the end of this Friday here, we're just going to finish off with our quick ab routine, some resistance band pull downs, and some kneeling pull-off presses, and that's going to be it. Another week in the books. I'm going to go enjoy my weekend, probably eat a bunch of food, get myself refreshed mentally for another week next week. So I appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe if you want a daily reminder for your workout. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.